Okay guys, hi, I hope things are going well with you. This is Monday, the day we're supposed to have class, but of course we're snowed in, and so I'm trying to create some videos and put some materials online so that we can continue to move forward this week, which is really critical. This particular video is just going to talk to you a bit about how to use library resources. Now, I really believe that you should already know this. You should have been using the library databases, LexisNexis, other tools throughout your first semester here at the university. But I know from experience that some of you have not, that you've been able to slide by using other techniques to access resources. Well, you can't do that with your capstone. So what I'm going to do is go through an example search here to try to show you other ways that you can use the library and how to get to the databases. For some of you this might be old news, but you might also learn something too, so bear with me. I hope this will be about 10 and no more than 15 minutes. So as you can see here, this is our blog page. I'll make it a little bigger here. And on it are a couple resources and links to the library. But I do want to point out to you the library subject guide, and this is a very helpful guide to use in trying to begin communication research, and this is a helpful guide to know. Derek Jefferson will be a big help to you if you reach out to him with questions about databases or how to go about doing a search. And he keeps office hours. He actually keeps office hours in the McKinley building, or he did last semester, and he will also be at the reference desk at the library, and you can contact him there. So let's get started. And so let's take a look. We'll go to the library website, and let's try to do a search for one of our colleagues who is interested in the topic of social media and travel. This person is interested in the idea that people see photographs and material on Instagram or on Pinterest, and that these postings that they see are really influential in travel decisions that people made. So we're interested in travel and tourism, which is a word that goes along with it, and also interested in social media, Instagram, Pinterest, these visual video sites. um, there is a body of literature in the field of tourism. I know that there is a field called tourism and travel industry, or something like that. There are professors who teach in this field. They do scholarly work in this field, and there are students at some universities who can major in tourism, travel, these sorts of industries. So let's see what we can do to try to find some things to help this person out. They're particularly interested in how people use social media to make their decisions about travel and about where to go. So here at the library website, the place we want to go is right here, this link right here, which is to search the databases. And that will bring you here to the key databases. And we have hundreds of databases that you can access at the university, including databases that could be sources of data. And by that I mean databases of newspapers going back hundreds of years, databases of films, videos, there's a photo archive, there are all kinds of things. And you simply have to troll through them. In fact, on this first page here, you find something here called Accessible Archives Complete. I'll make this a little bigger too. See, that helps a little. And Accessible Archives Complete includes newspapers back to before the Civil War, if you were so inclined to take a look at that. In the field of communication, I'm going to go under C here, click to the C databases, and I can tell you that the key databases are down here under communication, and they are COMM abstracts right here, on communication source, and a lot of the databases in the past few years have been aggregated into this main database called the communication source, and I click on it and here I am logged in. Now if you do this from anywhere on campus, you will be able to download this material automatically. If you do it from off campus, you need to log in first, but that's easy, it's no problem. I work from home all the time, and it works very well, very efficiently. So I'm in the communication database. I'm interested in travel and social media. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to type in the word travel, and I want this to be a subject term. So you need to use this aspect here in your searches. You can search by all the text in an article, or you can search through the abstract and the subject terms, which are often key places that I search. But of course you can also search by author, which might be very helpful, or you can search for keywords in the title. I'm going to look for travel, And I'm going to look for, let's just begin with Instagram. And I will look specifically for these couple of social media sites. And I'm going to look for Instagram in the abstract. And I click search, and I do not have anything in the abstract. So instead, not unusual, Instagram, let me look for social media in the abstract. I'm looking a little too precisely. And here we go, under travel and social media, I begin to find materials that actually look to be pretty useful. Down this left-hand side, I can do a couple things. I could look just for, down here, just for magazine articles or just for academic journals. Since there are only 8 search results, I'm going to take them all. I could also do this by date, but I think most of these are going to be within the past few years when social media has been more widely available. So right away I can see things that I'm interested in. This is understanding communication types on travel information sharing and social media. A transactive memory systems perspective. Not sure what that means, but I can click here and I can save it. I can go down here a few more places. Coca-Cola travels around the world in 365 days. Okay, I didn't find a whole lot there. Instead of travel, let me try tourism. Tourism and social media in the abstract and see if we do a little bit better. Okay, so there's 12 articles. Tourism and online communication. That looks pretty interesting. And I can click that and save it to take with me. This is online tourism and sexual exploitation, not really what I was looking for. The use of social media in travel information search. Hey, that's the article that I want right there. So when I find this particular article, then a couple things that I can do. I can look for I can look at the abstract here. I can right away save this article, this would in fact save the citation. I click Find It over here, and I can find this article, and it takes usually just a few seconds to bring it up. And there it is. And one of the things I'm going to do right away here for this article is I'm going to click down right over here to the references. Let's click the references and start looking through here to see if what did they cite in the article that they're looking at. And right away I see things. Here's investigation of social media marketing for Hong Kong hotels. What else do we have in here? No, I don't see a whole lot more. But taking a look through the references of interesting articles that you want to use. So I think I might download this PDF right away. There is the information about it. I could save this into a folder or however you want to do it. You might in fact save the abstract, but you can take that with you and save it. So that's how the communication a database works. And you can also see here it says other users have also viewed these articles. Here is the role of social media in online travel information search. Is that what I just looked at? No, it's a different one. So that looks like a terrific article. The role of social media in online travel information search. And again, I might go to these references and see what they're looking at down here. Articles about, here we go, consumer generated media and word of mouth and its power, language and tourism, progress in information technology and tourism management. So I'm really finding a lot of good information. All right, let me click out of here and click out of here, and let me go back to, here we go, my databases, and I'll go all the way back right here across the top, back to the university databases. And let me also then try business databases, and I can look for business databases just by doing the subjects here, business. And I'll look under business, and it only gives me 19 databases that it's found. I'll sort of read the descriptions here, but I've done this before, and I'll look down here a little bit, and there is a business database. Let's see. There should be a business database in here that will offer us some help. Business and database, city directories, businesses and business directories, ProQuest, creativity online. Well, let me try something else. I could perhaps go to, let me go back to the library, let me go back to the databases, let me start all over again and start with just business. How many databases? There's 120 databases. I knew there were more in there. What had probably happened here was that as I was searching, I had been narrowing things down in ways I didn't expect. Business Source Premier. That's the source that I want. Business Source Premier. And let me take a look at this very quickly. I'll look up travel under subject right here, and I will look up social media in the abstract here. There it is. Let's see what we can find. So right away I find a whole bunch of things, um, and I'll skim through a bit of these. Adoption of travel information in user-generated content on social media. The effect of social presence. This is exactly what I want. Again, I can narrow my search down over here, and I might narrow it down to just trade publications and just, in fact, academic journals as well. It gets me down to 250 articles. And I might come over here to the publication date and say I really only want stuff from the last 5 or 6 years. I'm still down to 250 articles. Um, but take a look at this, a case study of viral processes and marketing messages, measuring the influence of online management resources and customer satisfaction. No, but you can go through these pretty efficiently, and we can continue to narrow them down. I might say the heck with the trade publications. Let me just look for academic work. And here we find lots of things here about social media and travel, etc. So be sure to use both communication and use business databases. All right, let's go all the way back and start all over again and come all the way back here to the library. I'll start way back. I'll come back to the databases. Let's try one more database, and that is LexisNexis. LexisNexis is under L, of course. I can find it here under LexisNexis Academic, and this is a database of newspapers, magazines. It also includes court rulings, court citations, patents, and some other things. But let me take a look here. What can I find in Lexis? I will look up, first of all, I'll go to Advanced Options here, and I'll look for just the past, we'll just do the past year. So I'll look from January 1st, 2015 to today, the 24th of 2016. And I'm going to look under newspapers. I don't want cases. I don't want law reviews. I don't want company profiles. Okay, good. Then I apply that. I'm looking at newspapers for the last year. And I will look here for, let's see, I'll do travel and social media. And I think we probably are going to find an enormous number of resources. And you can see right here it says more than 1,000 sources found. But I can come over here and look more specifically if I really wanted to look at just magazines and journals, trade press, newspapers, etc. But let me instead come up here and edit my search and narrow it down. Now let's see if I can just do this. I'm really interested in Instagram and Pinterest, and I'll just do travel and Instagram. And let's see what we find there, and see if we find a narrower set of resources we might want to use. So now I still have enormous numbers of resources, but I could take a look at just newspapers, and when I do that, I might then, in fact, come over here and just look at the New York Times. What has the New York Times done? What articles has it done in the past year that included the terms travel and Instagram? And a lot of these publications over here I really am not interested in. They're outside the United States, they're very small, etc. So what do we find here? For the travel on your list, on Instagram, the summer you wish you were having, building a brand, how to vacation like it's 1999 or something like that. So LexisNexis is a tremendous resource, and you want to take another look at that as well. Okay, one more place we can look, but it is the last place you want to look. And I have it here. It is Google Scholar. And Google Scholar searches across many places, many databases. But I could take a look at this, and I'll do travel and tourism and Instagram, and search under Google Scholar. And I get a few things here. Social picture posting and souvenir purchasing behavior. What do we know about social media in tourism? A review. Wow, that looks to be a key site for this person. This article is a review of literature about social media and tourism. There it is right there. What do we know about social media and tourism? It's from the publication Tourism Management Perspectives. That's pure gold. Those sorts of articles that summarize across the field are really what we're looking for. But all sorts of things you see down here. Express marketing of tourism destinations using Instagram. Okay, so we're finding stuff on Google Scholar, we're finding stuff in the communication databases, we're finding stuff in the business databases. So there are lots of resources here, and those are some of the places that you need to begin to look. Let me show you one more quick thing here, and we will see if I can get this to go. So just a few, if you will, library tips for you. Access to databases. You cannot just use Google. You cannot use Google Scholar. You must use the databases that graduate students use for serious research. Consider trade publications. Some of you might want to do that. Keep a list of your searches. Keep a list of the search terms you used, and keep a list of the databases that you accessed. What will happen is that as the semester goes on, you'll stop and wonder yourself, did I ever take a look and look up these search terms or something like that? So if you've got a list of what you've done, you will not go back and redo that work. Use the library resources, including Derek Jefferson. Find out what is available. Don't come to me now, we're beginning the third week of class. Don't come to me and say, I'm interested in this idea, I'm not really sure what's out there. You want to find out what's out there before you come and talk to me. And if you're having trouble looking, that's another matter. I'm happy to help you do your search. But you need to start doing your legwork now so that you can come in and say, here's the sorts of things that I'm finding that are out there. Do your best to stay organized. And I know that's sometimes hard, but do your best to keep careful lists of where you've been, what you've done. Keep a careful list of the citations of all the work you've downloaded. Label them correctly. And as you go through them and review them and decide how useful or not they are, you can set them aside. I very strongly recommend EndNote, which is a citation software. It's available for free through myamerican.edu. If you'd like a little tutorial on it, I'd be happy to give it. Just let me know. But something like that can save you a lot of time once you're finished with the learning curve of getting over it. Okay, so this is material we normally would do during class. We're doing it this way via video. I hope this is helpful. Get in touch with me if you have some suggestions or comments or questions, or if you'd like some help going through the databases with you. We'll both get online and do some searches, and we'll find some stuff for you. That's it.